All right, so welcome back. Now we just took a look at doing sales and updating our perpetual inventory for the first time in our section here. So we finished the day. We did our deposit. We updated our inventory worksheet. So now let's see what is next. So now it's officially the next day. All right, and we end up receiving a bill, okay, from Atlas Coffee Importers. So let's see what happened here. We got some terms. We got 125 pounds of regular coffee, 125 pounds of Supreme coffee. Right here are the unit prices for a total of $166.25. Invoice number 320. And of course, we can't forget that we also had the freight shipping as well. Okay, so in this case, you can do these two transactions together just because they do both relate to the transaction here. This is inventory. So how do we go ahead and journalize this?
Well, we're using perpetual on the copies, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's only the ceramic mugs that were periodic.
Correct.
Okay, so then everything goes into inventory, including the freight. So
Okay.
in your regular coffee and your supreme coffee as your debits.
Okay. Okay, so I've located a transaction that we have already done, right? We've already had inventory on the 12th, so I've already found it. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to copy and paste this because this is what I mean by saving you some time. All right, it does take time to look up that transaction, but again, I found it and all I have to do is magically copy and paste it. So how much time did that save me? Lots. Okay?
Yeah.
Today is the 18th. All I have to do is just change the minor piece of information that I have on here. So um, for instance, there you go. I need to change out the information that I received from this individual person. But let's go ahead and deal with the numbers first. So in this case, how much of the regular coffee did I purchase?
170,
How much of the regular? How much of the
190,
regular? 190.
25,
All
196, 25.
right, giving you a grand total here of 366.25. We now can correct, right? We did receive from Atlas Coffee. They gave us invoice number 320.
320.
Mm-hmm. Same terms. You still get a 1% discount, 15 net 30. So that is the same information. Okay.
Okay. And on that one, it would be, 32 and a quarter. So on your regular coffee, you'd be 32 and a quarter. And the same for the Supreme. And then we have to write a check for the 62.50 or 64.50.
Right? In this case, because maybe Atlas doesn't know what kind of customer we are, right? Well, whether we'll make a payment, so they decided to send us another second shipment, but this time they charge us a little higher, so that's okay. All right, and like you said, we need to write a new check. So check register. It's
Straight
the
line on the
18.
18th for 64.50. Straight line. Okay. So ours is 15.19. Make that change in the general journal.
Okay, so what invoice number is this?
It is 516.
It's still COD, and we wrote check number
1590.
1519. Okay, good. And guess what? We finished the bottom page of page 6. So in this case, that means we are doing well. We haven't gotten to a point where we didn't have enough space. We actually had exact enough space for this transaction here. Okay. There we go. We filled in all the information here. Go ahead.
On to the general ledger.
To the general ledger. Okay. Actually, before you do that, let's go ahead and do your purchase order first so you don't forget at the end of the day. Okay, so purchase orders, right, because we received our coffee. So in this case, purchase order number 308 for the $366.25. Yes, we received it on the 18th. With the invoice number 320. Okay, good. So no purchase orders after that. So we received all the items that we requested. Okay, so then back to your journal. Okay, so we have 2 transactions that we're going to be journalizing. Okay.
Right. So ledgering. So off we go.
Okay.
And go back up to the regular coffee.
Okay, here we are, regular coffee.
On the 18th. Purchased 125 pounds. It's page 6. Yeah, but 170. And shipping cost was $32.25.
Okay. So in this case, this should bring your account balance up to $386.25. So remember, this must match in your inventory worksheet.
Okay, and then down to spring. And purchased another 125. Page 6. The amount was 196.25 and 32.25. Okay. And then we go to accounts payable.
Accounts payable.
It's invoice 320. Page 6 for 366. Yeah.
Okay.
And we've already got regular and supreme done, so we go to checking.
Okay. So just to make sure that I got 17,157.99 as my liabilities. Okay. And then we're going to go to my checking account.
And put in check number 1519. Page 6 for 64.50.
So again, that should reduce your amount down to from 475.86 to 411.36.
And then to the subsidiary. And we put in freight line in the vendors.
You want to do freight line first? Freight line. Okay.
Same thing as the top one, just $5.19 for the check. And it is $3.20 for the invoice.
This is the freight line. So this one is actually.
Yeah, it's five something.
This one is 516.
Yeah. And page 6 COD. Invoice amount $64.50. Payment $64.50.
See? So as you can see here, right, by using Excel, right, you're able to multiply, or you're able to copy cells in one another to, again, to save you extra time.
Then up to Atlas. And we purchased 125 regular, so just copy that over.
Okay. This one's
Invoice
20.
20. Page 6. Same terms. Discount date would be it would be the 33rd of June.
Which would be translated into the 3rd of July.
Yeah.
Good. And then, of course, 30 days from now will be. Okay. For how much?
The invoice amount was $366.25. And that goes into our accounts payable.
So I'm going to copy all this was down. So in this case, now adding a second one that we owe to All Things Atlas Coffee. We now owe them a grand total of $728.75. So a lot of money there. So now. Okay.
Okay. And then we have to go and do inventory.
Yep, so now we got to move on to our inventory worksheet. So we need to do regular coffee first.
And we purchased 125.
Okay.
I believe it was 136, wasn't it?
Let's see. We can always test that equation, right? Okay.
That comes to 170.
170, good.
Okay, freight was 32.25. So we have 202.25. And we're on moving average, aren't we?
Yes, so in this case, we don't need to solve for our average cost per item or our cost per item for this batch, because it doesn't matter, because we have a previous batch that we are going to add up all together. So our goal here is to add up all of the total number of units we have available with the total cost and divide them accordingly to get our average cost per item. So in this case, if I had 115 and we just purchased another 125 pounds, how many pounds should I have now?
240.
240. If I started with $184 and I just added to $102.25, how much should I have in grand total?
386.25.
386.25. Which, does that match my ledger?
No.
Let's see. My regular coffee ledger. Here's my regular coffee.
There it is. Yeah, 386.25.
Three
Yes,
eighty
you're
six
right.
twenty five. So that means yes. So we're doing our calculations correct, right?
And
So
your cost per item now is, yeah, you've got it. So 1093.
okay. Now in this case, right, I automated to do the calculation for me. So then when I get my quantity and I get my total cost, it's going to automatically calculate my average cost per item. Okay? So again, everything's being automated, right? All I have to do is just fill in two things and boom, it calculates it for me automatically. So in this case, I don't need to touch anything or I don't need to calculate it myself. It already tells me that it's $60938. Now again, that number you can expand it as far as you'd like, but in this case I'm only going to display what I want to display on my thing. But again, if you're using a calculator or you're hand punching this, up to 6 decimal points is what you want. Okay, so that means you need one more number in this case, okay, to give you the most accurate rounded number for your cost of goods sold. But
Okay.
if you're using Excel, you don't have to worry about that because we're going to be using an equal round formula. Okay, so good. So we have 240 pounds at a grand total of $386.25. And there's my average cost per item. Okay.
Green,
Next is Supreme.
125 at 157, I believe.
We can always test that to see if that's true. Is it for 196.25?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes. 32.25. And since this is FIFO, we do have to calculate the cost. And we add it into the inventory as it is then.
Okay. So in this case, this is 0.12, point 1 point, oh my gosh, 1.828. Okay, so we do need to keep an eye on this because it's an eighth of a penny. So you could come into um, different conclusions. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and add this into my list of inventory. So I just add another 120 pounds here, and I'm going 25 pounds here, and that is what it looks like right now. Now, this is what I can do too. If you haven't done so yet, you can go ahead and put your bar down below so you can have your running total at all times. Okay. So I'm actually gonna highlight this and make this pretty obvious. So let's do yellow. Make it obvious. Okay. That this is going to be, oops. Haha. I think I chose the wrong color. Okay, let's choose that yellow once again. All right, and we're going to equal sum my quantity so then I can have a running balance at all times. So in this case, I have a total of 234 and a half pounds at a grand total of 425 and 60 cents. Is that true? Let's verify that with my ledger if that is true. Right? I should have, oops, here I am for my
Yep.
Supreme coffee. Yep, 425.60 is correct. So in this case, good. All right.
That one should be done, isn't it?
We used all four worksheets, and we can now finally move on to page 7 of our worksheet. Okay. So let me see what else. Yeah, we should be able to finish today, the date today. So in this case, let's see what happened next. So now that we received our coffee, we updated our inventory.
doing another purchase order to All Things Ceramic.
So yes, we're gonna order 80 more coffee mugs. This time it's priced at $2.46 each, which is gonna give us a total of $196.80. So straightforward. We're no journal necessary, but a purchase order is. This is purchase order number 309. Today's date is the 18th.
To All Things Ceramic.
All Things Ceramic.
Ceramic coffee mugs. There, you found it.
I'm just gonna put mugs for $2.46 each. Oops, quantity, whoops.
Yeah, quantity, baby.
Quantity is 80 for $2.46. So 80 times 246 should give you $196.80. Okay. $196.80. So now my purchase order has been complete. So let's see what happened here. Okay. Albert submits another order. This time it's order number 102 to the corner bookstore. And this is what the corner bookstore wants. They want 10 pounds of Supreme coffee, 10 pounds of regular coffee, 5 ceramic coffee mugs for a grand total of $97.75. We're going to upcharge him with a $30 delivery fee. So in grand total, this person's going to owe me $127.75. And it's expected to be delivered on June 20th with a 50% COD, and then the rest of the bill is due next time. Okay? So again, we haven't received the money yet. It's upon delivery. And then they have 5 days after that to pay the rest. Okay? So in this case,
go to the subsidiary ledger.
Mm-hmm.
Ledger.
Yep, because in this case, right, this is a sales order. We haven't sold the product to the customer yet. They're simply just ordering from us. So, subsidiary ledger under
On the 18th, 402. And the customer was the corner bookstore. Now they wanted 10, yeah. There we go. 5. All right. And then go ahead and calculate. Okay. So that would be $32.90 and $39.90 and all of that.
Yep, so they were quoted for the $127.75. Okay.
That's all on that.
All right. Again, we got to do another purchase order because just in case, since we're selling our coffee at the same time as using our coffee, we definitely don't want to run out. So let's go ahead and submit another purchase order for the Atlas coffee. This time, it's $1.37 per pound for the regular, and it's $1.59 per pound for the Supreme, to give us a grand total of $370. So again, back to the purchase orders for purchase order number 310. Okay. To who? Atlas Coffee Importers. Okay. What am I going to purchase from them? So I'm going to go ahead and copy this from the previous one. Okay, but this time it's $1.37 and $1.59. Giving us a grand total of $370. Okay. Then we have some grand opening sales. Once again, this time, right, we got 20% discount off of the grand opening sales. We sold 81 cups of the regular medium coffee. We sold 79 large regular coffees. We sold 83 medium supreme, and we sold 82 large supreme. And this time we got to also sell some ceramic coffee mugs. Grand total is $932.19 minus the discount plus the tax of $61.52. Grand total was $807.27. And of course, we're going to also make sure that we deposit all the money to the checking account. Okay?
Go back up and find it and copy and paste.
All right, but this time, right, we have to add one extra line in here. So now I'm not going to copy everything. I'm only going to copy up to a point.
Right.
Right, and then we're going to skip that line, and then I'm going to copy the rest. Right, because what else did we sell on top of this sales?
We need to go to the cost, the chart of accounts. Because we sold the sales coffee mugs.
Right, we sold some ceramic coffee mugs. So in this case, do we have an account for selling the ceramic coffee mugs?
Oh, I'm sure we do.
Yes. So here.
I'm looking. There it is. $401.50.
$41.50 for the sales of the ceramic coffee mugs. Okay. And everything looks good.
So checking is for $807.27.
$807.27.
Sales discount is $186.44. Medium regular coffee is $161.19. Large is $236.21. Supreme medium is $206.67. Large is $286.18. And ceramic mugs is $41.94.
And sales tax
is $61.52.
Okay. Let's ensure that my numbers are correct by testing my account, or not my account equation, my debits equaling my credits. So I got $993.71 on the left to a $993.71 on the right. So in this case, Awesome. No typos there. Okay.
And that's all in there. So then we go to general ledgers.
General ledger. Okay. So
Start with
start with
and
check-in.
in-store sales, page 7, or 807.27.
Okay, so good. We're increasing our money, so we're in the positives. Okay.
And then we go to sales discounts.
So revenues, sales discounts. Here we are.
And same thing as above, page 7. And it is 186.44.
All right, giving you a grand total of 358.71.
Okay, then we go to sales medium regular coffee.
Sales medium regular coffee.
We sold 81, wasn't it?
Let's
And then
double
70.
confirm. Yes, we sold 81 of their regular medium coffees.
Okay, on page 7, a credit of 161.19. Large regular coffee.
Hold on. We have to do the totals here. So in this case, I messed up the formula. So, okay, so now I got $318.40 for the sales for the medium regular coffee. Okay, large.
And then we sold 79, page 7, credit 236.21.
Okay, we'll give you a grand total of $445.51 for the large regular coffees.
And medium supreme, we sold 83. On page 7, it was 206.67.
Giving a grand total of $408.36.
And the large supreme, we had 82, didn't we?
Let's double check. 82.
Page 7, it was 286.18.
286.18, which will yield me 579.34.
And then we go to liabilities.
Not yet. We still got one more.
Oh, yeah, of course, the ceramic mugs.
Gotta go back up to the ceramic coffee mugs. There you go. How many ceramic coffee mugs did we sell?
6. Page 7, credit of 41.94.
41.94.
Now we go to liabilities.
Now we can go to the liabilities.
Sales tax payable. On the 18th, in-store sales, page 7, credit of 61.52.
Okay, so the total amount that you've collected so far for the state is $118.37 worth of sales tax money. Okay.
And then we have to go do the inventory markup for however much we used.
Okay. Before we do that, let's go ahead and deposit the money into the bank.
Oh, yeah.
Right? Because the money's not going to magically appear there by itself. So in this case, we got some in-store sales. We got how much money?
807.27.
807.27. Today is the 18th. This will be our third deposit for the same amount of that 807.27. Awesome. All right. So now you are right. We need to now go ahead and take a look at what we used in the store. In this case, we got in-store use. We used 15 pounds of the regular coffee and 15.5 pounds of the Supreme coffee. So now I'm selling more regular coffee. Okay. Now, question to you. What about my ceramic coffee mugs? I sold 6 of them. Don't I need to update my inventory?
Not yet, because it's periodic and we do it at the end of in the adjustments.
Excellent, right? You don't do it now. You do it till the very, very end when you do your adjustments, which is correct. So in this case, all we're here to do is just record that we sold the items, right? We are not going to take it out of our inventory because in this case, we're probably not going to sell our coffee mugs as often as we would for the pounds of coffee, right? Because the pounds of coffee, we're constantly brewing them and in stores, and we never know how much we're going to actually run out. So in this case, with our ceramic coffee mugs, right? They're pretty straightforward when we sell them. We have a general idea. So in this case, that is excellent. So in this case, I need to update my inventory. Okay, for in-store sales. Okay, so again, can't calculate our cost of goods sold here. We need to go to our inventory worksheet. So we used 15 pounds of our regular coffee and 15.5 pounds of our Supreme coffee. Okay, so regular coffee, 15 pounds, right?
Right. And it is the 1.60938.
Yes, that is my average cost right now. So in this case, I am obligated to use my equal round formula for this to get the perfect rounded number, right, to charge.
Right.
So if I used 15 pounds at 1.6094, how much is my total cost of goods sold? How much did it cost me in grand total to use those 15 pounds of coffee? $24.14. So, since I use this coffee, I need to take it and get rid of it in my inventory on hand. So, if I used 15 pounds, how many pounds should I have left?
225.
You should have 225 pounds left. Okay. Now, taking a look at my total cost here, if I started out with $386.25 and I used $24.14, how much should be left remaining?
260 something.
262.11. Okay, so here now, because I'm showing only 5 decimal places, it looks to me like my average cost did not change. But let's go ahead and drag that number out one more, okay? Let's view that and see if it has changed significantly. Oh, wrong way. In this case, yes, it has changed significantly, right? It went from 1.609375 to 1.309378. It went up. Okay? So again, that's why it's very important that you do see this, because every thousandth of a pound that you sell, right? Because we're buying them by hundreds, right? That doesn't mean that we will never ever sell 1,000 pounds. We could be losing money if we round up too early. Okay, so there you go. I'm gonna hide this information because I don't need to see this anymore. Because all I need to focus is that I have 225 pounds left at 362.11, right? And it cost me $24.14 to use. Right?
Okay. So
Supreme coffee.
we sold 15 and a half.
Now we're using
And
FIFO.
yeah, it comes out of the 180.
It comes out the first batch of inventory that we have, which is currently at $1.80. Okay. So how much is that going to cost me?
$27.90.
$27.
Oh yeah,
And
because
90
it's the
cents.
same thing as we sold last time.
Exactly. In this case, yes.
Okay.
So now we need
So
to
the
update it.
out of the 1095.
So how much remaining should I have left over?
$94. 84.
94. You had it right. So again, if you want to ensure that math was correct, right? We started with 197 and 10, right?
Mm-hmm.
And we just sold another 27.90. Does that give me 169.20? Yes, that does. So in this case, just to triple verify that you're doing your math correct, we get that same exact answer. So then that means my overall amount, right? I have 219 pounds left at costing me a grand total of $397.70. Okay, so again, these numbers, we're comparing our ledgers to these numbers. Okay?
Right.
So,
And then we go back to the general journal.
so in this case, right, we used up $27.90 of my Supreme with $24.14 of my regular. So, again, 24.14 for my regular, 27.90 for my Supreme. Okay. And again, you still have in-store use.
Yeah. And then we go back to the general ledger and update those.
Yes, so cost of goods sold first. We're going to start with my regular coffee.
We use 15 pounds. Page 7. For 24.14. Which is 30.14. 40.14.
40.14.
Yeah.
Okay, 40.14.
Then on the Supreme, you can just copy all of it down except for the post references, page 7.
For a grand total of 55.80. Okay.
And then we go back to assets in our inventory.
Here we go, regular coffee.
Whoop. Okay, and used 15 pounds, page 7 for 24.14.
Right, it's on the credit side because we used it, so we're getting rid of it. We got 362.11. Is that correct in our inventory worksheet? 362.11. Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
And then on the Supreme, use 15.5. All that's the same up there, except page 7, 27.90. Where that?
So you should have 397.70. Does that match your inventory worksheet? Yes, it does. 397.70. In this case, good. We're doing everything correctly because guess what? All of our numbers are matching accordingly. Okay. All right. And what I'm going to do is we're going to stop here and we'll continue on with Wednesday tomorrow. Okay? All right? Any questions of what we did so far?